What's up ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first ever first impression video from New Game Plus Guides. As always, I am your friend Galactus, and today I am going to be telling you about my experience and my knee-jerk initial reactions from playing Elden Ring Night Reign. Before we begin, if you don't already know, I am actually a Souls veteran and I have played and platinumed every single Souls-like game out there, be it Dark Souls, be it Bloodborne, be it Sekiro, and also Souls-like games are the types of games that I usually prefer to play. I mean, if you haven't already checked, we just beat the first Berserker Kazan. It was my 600 platinum, and the 100% platinum walkthrough for that game along with the boss guides is already up on the channel, so you guys can go check that out if you are at any point having any trouble with that game. But with that said, let's talk about Elden Ring Night Reign. Now, Elden Ring Night Reign, if you know nothing about it, is a co-op Souls type roguelike adventure set up in the Elden Ring world. Here you can drop down with up to 2 friends and play the game. You are locked into the Limgrave region. There is a sort of a circle around the map like a battle royale that keeps shrinking, that keeps driving you into a certain direction. The entire adventure or entire mission that you play is split into 3 days. The circle shrinks into an arena and you have a boss fight, and after you kill the boss, day 2 start, the circle opens up again and once again it starts shrinking, and if you can survive till day 2 and kill the boss again, then you actually get a chance to face a night boss, which are one of the 8 main marquee bosses of this game. And if you can actually beat that boss, then you do it again on another region for another boss, and so on and so forth, and this cycle of getting up, getting better at the game and killing the bosses keeps continuing and continuing and continuing. Now, the gist of the game, the premise is actually intriguing, it is actually interesting, but the execution, I would like to say, is terrible. It's just plain awful at this point, I would believe. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm going to tell you everything about this game. Now, first things first, playable characters. This time you don't actually have a character that you build up from the ground up. FromSoftware has actually limited us to 8 different characters depending on your playstyle. I am sure that you can find at least 1 or 2 characters that you would want to play with and you would want to improve. There are no gears or levels for you to worry about here. You level up in every run. The maximum level is 15. As for the gear, every character starts with the same starting gear, and depending on how you explore the map and what bosses or mini bosses you keep fighting or treasure chests you find, you pick up some gear which can be useful, which cannot be much useful, and you may end up having fun with it, but don't hold your breath. So this brings us to problem number 1. All Souls-like games which we play, which we love, which we fall in love with, which we invest our time in, are about our characters, the characters we make. Here, you are not making any character. There is no guy, there is no piece of gear, there is no skill that you are gaining on your own or picking it up or upgrading a certain weapon and making it your own and being like, hey, this is my weapon, this is my gear. I can wear a full set of gear and get some bonuses, but I like that hat on top of that armor, and below that I want that pants, and that is what I'm going to look like. There is no personalization going on here. So your attachment from the character, which comes with every Souls-like game, even with games like Kazan and Nioh where your character is actually set in stone, you still get the chance to personalize them a bit according to your taste. Here you get that chance, and it lasts for a total 45 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, in which you actually have to change up your gear a lot of times because you cannot expect to actually kill the boss with the starting gear that you start with in this game. Moving on from the character setting and the gear, the second issue I have is that the map always remains the same. We have 8 different raids. They lead to 8 different main bosses and some mini bosses in between, which are also a little bit varied and random. There are some, say, shifting earth events that happen. They change a certain region of the map drastically, and you can go to those regions and explore them for some better drops, but those events, these shifting earth events that happen, are also 4 or 5 in total, so that's not a lot of variations going on there. And the map, the main layout of the map remains the same even through these 8 raids, these 8 complete chapters, these 8 main bosses that you kill. The layout remains the same. So I don't see the fun in that. I mean, of course, if I had the time and if I can actually explore the world, I think I can have fun with it. I can also understand the appeal that as I'm going to go for the platinum through different runs, I am going to understand that this is the area that I should go to because I know that tower is there, or this tower is there, or this church is there where I can pick up a flask, where I can explore something, or I know this area has better gear drops or something. I can understand that aspect of it, but still the sense of exploration, that going into the world of Elden Ring and finding out everything on your own, is not there. Because first and foremost, we are all familiar with this area, and also every single boss and every single enemy that you fight is actually recycled. Now, I love FromSoftware games, but one thing that we all have to accept is that FromSoftware are the champions of recycling. Like, they actually made a whole recycled game here. There is almost nothing new in this game. The Nightlords also, I wanted to talk about them later, but let's talk about them now. The main bosses are actually not that amazing that everyone has been calling them. They are simple bosses, they are huge guys. Yes, the sense of scale and spectacle is there, but those boss fights are not worth remembering. Like, I don't think I can put them above all the other boss fights I've had before. They don't get a break on Melina, they don't get a break on Lady Maria or someone like that. So I don't think these boss fights are that amazing. These guys are good, they do their job, they do look like a big intimidating boss that you know that you need your whole party to come and be able to kill him, and you get that sense that okay, I am not going to be able to beat this guy alone, I need help. But again, they are not that amazing that it should justify you investing all that time and money into this game that they are asking for. Right now, that is how I feel. Now, from the map area, let's move on to the actual combat. Every single ranger or every single Nightlord that you equip has different set of ability and moves. The moves are good, the abilities are good, their execution in real time is actually a problem, because I found myself whenever I was trying to perform an ultimate or a character skill, I ended up performing my weapon art, because you have to press triangle along with R2 or L2 to perform the respective skill. And I think because I'm playing online and we are connected, I don't know if it is the input lag, I don't know if it is the latency, I always end up using my weapon art first and then actually activating the skill and wasting some FP in the process. And that can actually be a problem when you are in a crunch critical boss fight and you are actually saving your FP for when the boss goes down or is a bit lower on health, so you actually do some more damage. So that is an issue. Controller layout is a little bit of a letdown, and I cannot actually personalize my controls either, so that is another nitpick over there. I understand that at this point you might believe that I am being very brutal to this game. So let's talk about the good part. The good part is the community building aspect of this game, because if you guys don't already know, if you are not 100% solo player, then at least at one point as a Souls player, you have actually reached out to someone to help you out with a particularly tricky boss. And I can say for sure that you have probably been helped with that problem, because the Souls community is one of, I believe, the most helpful community, because all the players, all of us usually come together here to actually help each other out. So asking your friends for help and actually going on an adventure with them, going on a raid with them, and actually clearing out the map, clearing out every boss, clearing out all the enemies, beating these difficult night lords, these night bosses, is actually pure fun. Sometimes you actually have to depend on them, and sometimes they have to depend on you, and that is where the camaraderie really comes up and that really shines. But that is actually something which is very tough to do in real time, because for me, as things stand, if I want to play Elden Ring, if I want to have the most fun out of it, that means I have to find two friends who are going to be online at the same time that I am online and are ready to play Elden Ring Night Reign. They have no other prior commitments and we can just hop on and play, and then we actually have the time to actually explore everything and then find out what our strategy will be for a particular raid, and then go do that raid and then come back and kill the main boss and actually end up with high gear. The rewards you get for each expedition is actually good. I would say the rewarding system is not that bad. You always earn some relics and you always earn some merc, which is the currency that you use to buy more relics and perform more rites and items in this game. And with that, you can actually go to the shopkeeper to buy more stuff, or you can change your costume or appearance of your character. There are actually two characters that are locked and you have to find some secrets to actually unlock them. All the characters feel good. Like, I had a lot of fun with Rider, I am having a lot of fun with the Raider. Ironeye also looks good. The Executor I have not been able to try out yet, but every time I see my friend try him out, he looks fun. He looks like a really intimidating person to play with. The boss fights apart from the 8 main Night Lords, all recycled, almost every single boss fight is recycled, but these are well established good boss fights from the Elden Ring and Souls universe. It's not that they are bad. Apart from 1 or 2 of them, all are good, great boss fights, and it is actually fun to play them. So that was about the co-op aspect of the game. Now let's talk about the solo aspect of the game. For a solo player, this game right now is completely useless. You cannot do anything solo. I mean, I can understand if you are a sweat and you want to spend tens of hundreds of hours into this game and get better at it and actually kill the guys. I'm not saying it's undoable. All I'm saying is it really feels unfair when you're playing as a solo player. But on that note, FromSoftware just released a patch which has fixed the rune drops for solo player and also improved or decreased some of the damages, and maybe they have done some more bug fixes to that as well. I have only checked out the update for a couple of hours, so I cannot say how good or bad it is, but I don't think in the end that actually matters, because Elden Ring in the end is designed to be a 3-player experience, and that is how it works best. Utilizing the multiplayer and community aspect of Souls games is actually a very great and very novel idea. But my main problem with this game is it does not justify itself as a full premium purchase. The good thing here is that there are no microtransactions, there are 0 microtransactions in this game, but the main thing is that this game does not have this sense of newness or freshness that every Elden Ring game has. Apart from the Night Lords, I have not seen one enemy that has surprised me or made me go, oh, look at that guy. I have not even looked to notice them. I just look at them and I'm like, I know you. I know you too. I killed you. I killed you 10,000 times. That is all I keep doing. I have already faced these guys before. I have already killed these guys before. This is supposed to be a new game. There is not very much new about this game. And after that, my other main problem with this game is the sense of achievement and accomplishment that we get from a Souls game. Do you guys remember beating Melina? Do you guys remember beating the Nameless King? Or maybe you guys remember beating Radahn? Or even Godric and the Fell Omen? Now ask yourself, why do you remember beating them? Because you beat them on your own. You were the character, you were the Elden Rod, or you were the Tarnished, or whatever we are in this game. We were the ones who were going on this adventure to become the Elden Lord, or get to an ending that we wanted to, find some secrets, break through some illusionary walls, open up some mimic chest. We were the guys who were doing it. Yes, we probably reached out for help at one point or another, but apart from that, we were doing it on our own. The main sense of accomplishment that you get from killing a boss on your own is not here actually, because you beat them with your friends. I mean, it still feels great, it still feels good, but it just does not feel as good as it has before. I know, you can argue that, hey, I'm just going to play the game solo and do it myself and get that sense of accomplishment. Alright, I agree. Get that sense of accomplishment for what? 8 guys? Because those are the new guys here. Everyone else you have already probably faced and killed. You are not killing someone new. And you're probably not killing them with the gear you want. And you're definitely not killing them with your own character or your own class or your own skill. So yeah, you can kill them. Of course you can. You are probably a much better player than me, and maybe I'm just a whining little baby. I understand that. But I hope you guys will agree with me that for a new game, there needs to be some newness. Say you can beat all those 8 raids in one sitting. That means you beat Elden Ring Night Reign in 10 hours or less. And also, please note, in those 10 hours, you were stuck on the same map. You were running around in a different direction, but you're stuck on the same map. And you were maybe experiencing some new event or some new raid here or there, but they are also very limited. In your complete 8, at max 16 runs or 20 runs, you have seen everything this game has to show you. There is nothing new coming beyond that. And if you put all of that aside, one of the main points that is not fun is the amount of time I have to sit for matchmaking for some random person to join me, because there is no crossplay here, folks. Now, since I've been so brutal on this game, let's talk about some of the positives. The gameplay is very smooth. The gameplay does feel very good. Even if you die, your friends can revive you very easily, but it depends on how many times you die on a day, because if you keep dying more and more, then you take more hits to revive. And sometimes I believe when I'm trying to revive my friend, I think if I get that many hits on the boss that I'm fighting, I can actually kill him and not have to revive them at all. So that decision making, that franticness that is going on when one of you goes down, that is actually fun. The chaos is actually really fun in this game. The essence of a Souls game distilled into a 45-minute package is actually fun. What I actually want is more maps, more Nightlords, the ability to maybe choose the main boss and the small mini bosses that appear at the end of each day as well. So I know what I'm going in for, and of course the raids do feel good when you accomplish them. Now in the last note, let's talk about the platinum trophy. The platinum trophy of Elden Ring is actually very straightforward. You can actually, if you are really good at this game, get the platinum for this game in 10 to 15 hours. But for that you actually have to be a really good solo player in this game or have a really good team with you, because the only way you are going to get that is if you are beating every expedition in 1 or 2 run. And then there are some mop-up runs that you will have to do to find all the shifting earth events and all the raids that occur during these expeditions. Apart from that, the first part of our platinum walkthrough for Elden Ring Night Reign is also about to be up, where I am actually going to show you guys how to unlock all the characters, and apart from that how to beat the first expedition. Then we are going to move on to the second expedition and getting some shifting earth events for you guys. And the only tricky trophy this game has is actually beating one expedition with every Nightlord or every character this game has. Right now there are 8 characters, so you have to beat at least one expedition with all of them. You can just beat the first one with every character and you're good. And one tricky trophy is actually for beating 3 expeditions without dying. These have to be 3 different expeditions, so it is going to be expedition 1, 2, 3 or any order you go in, but you cannot die in between those expeditions. You have to beat the third one without dying, then only you unlock the trophy. Thankfully there is a good trick. You can actually back up your save on the PlayStation or on the cloud, and then in case you fail, you can just reload your save and do it again. Because the thing is, the game actually saves your progress on the hard disk and not on the online servers, so that is something which is working on in your favor. Now with all that said, for my closing remarks, I know I am a little bit harsh on Elden Ring right now. That is because I was really excited for this game, guys. I did pay full price for the deluxe edition and I am not having the amount of fun I wanted to be having at this one. I have not actually beaten the game 100% and I have not actually unlocked the platinum, so I'm going to be reserving my scores for now, but I am a little bit mixed on the game right now, as you can see. What this game needs actually is, of course, some more characters will go and help it out a long way, but what it really needs are new maps. The new main map, the Limgrave region, cannot sustain this game as a whole. For a co-op roguelike, that is too small an offering to sustain any type of community. And apart from that, I believe that is where I will leave you with my closing thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Elden Ring, if you are a Souls fan, is something that you're definitely going to find a way to have fun with. If you have a good group of friends, I would tell you to get in touch with them and drop everything and start playing this game. The franticness, the chaos of a multiplayer experience in a Souls-like game is going to be something that you are actually going to enjoy. So this is where we'll end it, folks. My first initial impressions of Elden Ring Night Reign. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do let me know in the comments how you feel. Maybe I'm being too harsh, maybe I'm being just right. And also, if there is something that I skipped or missed out during this video, do let me know in the comments section. Please do remember to like, share and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe, stay healthy and stay busy playing some good games.